Verse 35. Verse 35. And on the morrow, so he was taking care of him all night, whom he doesn't know. When he departed, he took out 2 pence and gave them to the host. Hospitality. Hospitality. Must have a host. And said unto him, take care of him, and whatever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. He took 2 pence. He gave it to the owner, the host, and said, take care of him. The hospitals of the Holy Spirit are totally different from the hospital of men. When hospitals began, especially here in Uganda, when hospitals began, something was very, 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 very important. Something was very, very important. The sick people used to be taken care of. Free food. You go to, my mom was in Mulago Hospital. It was like a hotel. It was like a hotel. Today, people lie on the floor. If you don't pay, they don't touch you. Care is limited. If you are rich, they care for you. If you're poor, they don't even care. So he uses the word hospitality because hospital comes from the word hospitality. It's supposed to be like you are going on a party. In other words, what the devil has done on you cause you to bleed, cause you to suffer. When you meet a brother who's full of the Holy Spirit,
they will wipe away your tears and your sorrow.
So if you're students of the Holy Spirit, learn how to host people. Because it's what you are going to use. And he said, use hospitality to one another without grudging. Grudge. You know what a grudge? Grudge. When you have a grudge against somebody. Just a minute. And so, why do we have a grudge? You see, child of God, if you really want to know what to do, how many of you want to know what to do? You don't know what to do, but you want to know what to do. To do what is right. You want to do the will of God. How many of you? Let me tell you. Whenever you come across something tells you go and do the right thing, and you don't know what the right thing is, ask what is the wrong thing. Huh? Are you listening to what I'm saying? If you want to know how to do the right thing, or what is the right thing, and you don't know what the right thing is, ask them what is the wrong thing. If somebody asks you and said, this is what I want you to do, ask him, what are the things you don't want me to do? Because the things he doesn't want you to do will tell you the things you are supposed to do. When someone said, please, if you are going to come where I am, don't go north, east or west. He has just told you, go south. When he tells you, bring a 10% in the storehouse of God, that there may be meat, I will open up the windows of heaven and pour down a blessing. Just tell him. I mean, he's telling you, if you don't bring a 10% in the storehouse of God, I'll close the windows of heaven, and I will not pour down the blessing. That's what he has just said. That's what he has just said. The opposite of good is what? The opposite of good is what? You see? That's the key. That's the key sayings. You have to. Why is he saying without grudging? Where did the grudge come from? Where is the grudge? We don't live in the same place. We all came to a church. We came to worship, to ask God. Where do I pick up the grudge with Pastor Arthur? Where has it come from? Look at the person next to you. He said, tell him, I came here by myself. I have issues why I came. I don't want to deal with your issues. Why do you pick up a grudge? Come on, let's get the meaning of grudge. Because sometimes we use these words and people say, oh, naninako grudge. Naninako grudge. What is grudge? Why do you have a grudge on someone? Put up the dictionary meaning of the word grudge. Why do you get a grudge? Use hospitality to one another without grudging.
Okufa ku banno. Mwena okufa ku bannammwe nga tewaliiwo kiruyi, tewaliiwo nnugu, tewaliiwo mpiiga.
What is grudging? Are you there?
Atuuseewo. Kikyo.
Grudge. A persistent feeling of ill will, or resentment resulting from a past insult or injury.
Okuba n'ekyowulira nga tekigenda eky'obutayagala n'obutayagaliza n'obukyayi eri omuntu omulala nga kiva mu kyakutuukako oba baakuvuma oba bakukosaako n'ogaana kita n'okikomba ekiwundu ekyo.
A persistent feeling of ill will.
Buli kaseera nga owulira obutayagala oba obutayagaliza.
So will can be ill.
Omuntu ayinza okuba nga kyayagala kikyamu. Nga bulwadde. Okay.
Bulwadde, we are dealing with musajja bamukuba ebiwundu n'alwala. Yesu agamba abantu bano enjala ebaluma balwadde banjala.
Kakati ng'ebintu byayagala birwadde.
Dealing with the ill will.
Nga yalwala okwagala kwe kwalwala.
You are ill. Then there is a will.
Oli mulwadde ate okwagala kwe kuli naye nga kulwadde.
You have that ill will.
Okwagala ko nga kuyi.
Ill will.
Okwagala
a will. A will work even when you are dead.
Kukola newankubadde omuntu afa ekiraamo kyo kijja kukola newankubadde goli mufu. Kyoyagala.
So some of us,
abamu ku ffe,
without hospitality,
awatali kufa
or without the Holy Spirit,
omwoyo mutukuvu atakuyamba,
you are literally carrying your will.
Otambula
n'ekiraamo kyo, otambula n'ekiraamo, wakola ekiraamo naye nga kya bulwadde.
But it's ill. It's an ill
ekiraamo
will.
kyo kibi.
It's an ill will.
Kyotambula nakyo from church to church, from fellowship
you carry it from
group
place
to group,
place,
from family to family. You have that thing. Something happened to you. Not necessarily by the people you are with. Or even say the people you are with. Ng'olina grudge eyo.
Naye ng'olina ekiruyi, olina ekiniga, olina ekintu kikutulidde mu mutima oganya okita.
He said,
agambye,
to one another,
buli omu eri munne.
Don't use appeasement.
Togezaako
Don't use backbiting.
Tokolokota oba kugeya.
Use hospitality.
Kozesa kufa ku banno.
Use hospitality.
Okubafaako balabirira.
Today it's like a hospital.
Leero kiringa eddwaliro.
During COVID, we saw people who cared and people who didn't care.
Mu COVID we twalabira abafaayo n'abatafaayo.
Someone could go to a hospital
omuntu ng'agenda mu ddwaliro
and he dies and the bill is 450 million.
N'afa ne bamusalira ssente abasigadde abalamu nga balina kusasula million 450.
In fact, they told me one hospital was when you got sick.
Eddwaliro erimu baŋŋamba omuntu yalwala COVID.
They say first put 20 million there.
Baga nti sooka oteekewo million 20 nga tunakukwatako.
Or sign over the land title.
Oba signing ekyapa ky'ettaka kiteekewo.
If you fail, we will take that.
Bonna alimu okusasula biiru nga tutwala ettaka eddwaliro nga bwe ligamba.
And someone gets sick and dies.
Omuntu n'alwala n'afa.
And then you pay 180 million.
Ne basasula million 180.
Brother Chris Mwonge here, the mother died and they paid 180 million.
Owooluganda Chris Mwonge nnyina yafa basasula million 180.
And they say, we're not going to give you the body.
Ne bagamba nti omulambo mugwerabire tetujja kuguba paka.
That's very bad.
Ekyo kibi nnyo.
But of course, if Ugandans has refused and said, okay, you keep the bodies, where are they going to fridge them for 20 years? They were going to bury them anyway. Then after they bury them, you go and exhume them and you take them to the Hello? Hospitality. Hospitality. That's where the hospital should be. Like the Good Samaritan. He did not know this guy. Levites were very condescending, demeaning to Samaritans. They called them dogs. They say, you don't know what you are worshiping. But yet, these people they looked upon with a despising eye. They had the revelation, Pastor Arthur. Samaritans had a revelation. Humble as they are, whether it was a woman, whether it was a man, they knew what to say, they knew what to do, they knew what they knew. Jews were not waiting for the Messiah, but the Samaritan. They already said, we are waiting for the Messiah. This Samaritan man applies oil and the wine. And he uses hospitality to deal with the man's problems. And he goes ahead and he pays the bill. His fellow Levi, who would have known. Listen, this guy bypassed. Why? Grudge. This guy had a grudge against a fellow Levi. Either he took his wife, either he married somebody, either what have you. He had a grudge. He had a grudge. He bypassed him. This Samaritan man looked at him and he had compassion, not pity. Child of God, the Holy Spirit does not give you a pity party. Never. He doesn't use his pity, because when you look at somebody and you have pity on them, it's like you are proud of what you're about to do. You're gonna go on a pedestal because I help so and so. But when you have compassion, it is God working through you. It is God working through you. It's God moving through you. It's God touching you to touch others. And what you do is exponential. Jesus had compassion and he fed the 5,000 men without women and children. This man had compassion. He binded up his wounds. He took him to an inn. He treated him all night. And then he left in the morning and he paid the bill. And he said, if I come back, if he's okay, don't hold him. Let him go. I'll pay you. In other words, the man was well recognized, even in communities where he doesn't live. The Bible says he talked to the host. Child of God, have you ever realized that we are hosts on behalf of the compassionate, the Holy Spirit? We are here to use hospitality to one another. In other words, people who have wounds of the past, present, even the future, or where they come from. You don't know what they're dealing with. The only way you're going to deliver them is use hospitality. Use hospitality. Use hospitality. Who is this person who has been screaming with demons since the service began? Who is this person? Where did he come from? Who is he? Don't pity them. Brothers and sisters, never let anybody pity you. You are a child of God. No. Wrong interpretation. Never let somebody to pity you. There are many people who want to be pitied. You're a child of God. Your name is written in the book of life. The women who were mourning Jesus, crying when Jesus was being beaten, carrying the cross, Jesus said, don't pity me. No, don't pity me. Don't cry for me. There are people who want to make you their job. They look at you and they want to, they see their livelihood. They look at you and say, oh, you're poor. Oh, you're a widow. Oh, you are this. Oh, you are that. Okay, bananga omukyalo oyo mulaba.
Do you see that woman?
Bananga ali bubi.
She's really badly off.
Mufulirayo sukali ne mutwalira.
Just get me some sugar,
some
clothes, and I take to her.
And then for them, buli ke bakuleetera baawulako. You become their project. Because when you are pitied, you're going to become a project. Never allow pity to people to pity you. Let them have compassion on you. Because compassion will transform you totally. And Africans, we love to be pitied. Even here in our tradition, if you have ever been to a funeral,
the people who mourn the most, they don't dig the grave.
Hello?
They don't dig the grave. They don't bring the money to build the grave. They don't bring tents. They don't bring seats. Once they're done crying, they go to the backyard in the kitchen and ask, where is the food at?
I remember somebody died and we were going to Mityana to bury them. Those days we didn't have money. So we could hire a taxi
to take us.
So we hired a taxi from Kampala. And we went talking.
We stopped where they roast chicken on the roadside, and the young lady also purchased. They are laughing. They were both born-again Christians and non-born-again Christians. As we are turning near the house where the late was, this girl came joking and talking normally. She began to scondocate like a car which is running out of fuel. We said, are you all right? I'm not all right. She began to scondocate. Before the car came to a standstill, open up for me, oh. She's now slapping everybody. She jumps out of the car, pulling the busuti up, running. People are quiet. When she comes crying, I think she's the daughter of the late. Sorry. She threw herself down, rolled on the floor, created mayhem. So we went in. We put our flowers, our wreaths, and the girl was just rolling near this, the coffin. So we got out and went outside. All of a sudden we see the lady who has come to say hi to us, greet us. Then this other girl she said, where do they peel the food from? The one who has been shouting and just rolling on the floor. She's talking about the food and where they are preparing the food from. Why not where they dig the grave from?
We want to be pitied. I was
still young in Masoli. A lady came conversing with my mom. I've lost somebody. We were this other side in the compound. The lady was just passing by. She was called Mpudde. She was on her way, minding her own business. Conversing with a neighbor across the road. Oh, it's so sad. I even heard, it's so sad. So sad. The lady began to cry. Who was passing by?
Banange kitalo nnyo ensi eweddewo bannange tunakola tutya mukyala mwawule munayinga kitalo nnyo banna. Kozi afudde abadde musajja oba mukazi?
Was it a male or a female who died?
Never
tokkiriza abantu okukaabirako mu bulamu.